Hey guys, welcome back to this channel, or welcome if you're new here. Thank you for joining me today. So today is going to be my weekly Shop My Stash. So I'm going to try and not talk too much because the last one was like nearly an hour long. So we're going to try and shorten it as best we can. I know a few of you do like to hear my reviews, but I'm going to try and keep it a bit snappy and try and get it to about half an hour, 40 minutes. So guys, let's go over to the vanity and let's do this. Right, let's get into this. So my little pumpkin's burning here. I've got my Halloween decorations up at the moment. You'll see everything in a second. I have bought a couple of new things, but that's mainly candles and lights. And you've probably seen them burning in the last few videos. But saying that though, once this video goes up, you probably haven't, so just ignore that. Right, so first drawer. Yeah, that's fine. So for primers, I did use this. So for primers, I pulled this one out, the Hydrating and Radiance Primer by Natural Collection. I really like it. For such an inexpensive primer, it's really good. It is hydrating and it does give you a bit of luminosity, so that one can go back. This one, however, guys, I'm a little bit sad about it. Primark don't do it anymore, and it's old. It's just very watery, so that one has to go in empties now. So that's that. This primer, however, I think I only used it maybe once or twice, so I feel like this one can stay in just for another week. Foundations, I use the L'Oreal Infallible for pretty much most of the week, apart from one day where I use my Primark one that's in Project Pan. So I'm actually liking it a lot better since my dry skin has cleared up around my nose area. I'm actually liking it. I like the way it looks on my skin. So yeah, I do really like this shade. It's got an SPF of 25 in it as well, which is always good. Now I use SPF 30 on my face at the minute, or if I can find it, SPF 50 would be ideal. But yeah, that is really good that it has such a high SPF. Normally you don't get that in foundations. And this one is in the shade Porcelain. So Porcelain 15. I don't know if that's showing up, but that one can go back. We had the Becca Ignite Illuminator in. Really like this. This is in the shade Passion. That one can go back and we'll choose something else. Right, so I don't think I chose this on camera last week. I don't think I had a concealer in, so I just picked out the Glossier Stretch Concealer in G12. Don't know if it's gonna pick up on that. Now I don't use it that much. I mean, it's okay as far as concealers go, but there's better ones at the drugstore in my opinion. Right, okay, so next up is the Revolution Bacon Blot Powder. I've used this pretty much all week as well. I've actually wore down some of the pattern here, so that one can go back. It's really nice. Then this one is like in an unofficial Project Pan. So W7 Get Set eyeshadow base. We're doing quite well on that as well. That's the only eyeshadow base I've got at the moment. I will get a new one when we're pretty much done with that one. I don't like having too many in the collection. So that's that drawer done with. Right, so blushes. Right, so let's talk about the palette. So I've had this in now 2 weeks. It can definitely go back. I've used pretty much everything in here. I've pretty much focused on this one though, by Benefit. What is it called? Gold Rush, I want to say. It might not be, but I'm sure it is. And you can see like the waffle pan underneath, so I'm not far off actually hitting that, I don't think. Then I used this. I think this one's called California. I've used these two. I mixed those two and used them. I didn't use the highlighters this week, but I used them the previous week, so I am ready to put that away. I do like it. It's a really nice summer palette. I don't know whether I'm going to pull in a blush palette or pull in some single blushes. So we've got this Kiko Milano blush here. That one can go back. I have used that and know what my thoughts are on it. We've also got this Natural Collection bronzer, which I absolutely adore. You can tell that I really, really like it. Again, I've wore it all down here. There's a big dip there. We've got this Stila Convertible Lip and Cheek in Petunia. That one can go back. I've got this on today. Went a bit ham with it, but yeah, I am wearing it today. And I wore it, I think I wore it again earlier on in the week. I have wore this only once this week. I'm just keeping it in, guys. I absolutely adore it. It is my favourite cream blush. So expect this to be ranked really high when we get to cream blushes. And I haven't used this again, so we're going to keep it in. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Blush Paint in Tangerine Please. And then this one always stays in. It's my Charlotte Tilbury in Stoned Rose. I use it more as a cream blush, but I haven't used that in such a long time. That's that drawer. Highlighters. Actually, no, we'll talk about this palette. So I pulled this out as well because I didn't have a finishing powder, and I really like to use these powders as finishing powders. They're a lot like the dim light. They were being compared to the dim light powders, so I kind of like just go in with these two shades mixed for like face powder, and then this one for under eyes, and it just looks really, really beautiful, really flawless on the skin. But that one can go back, and I think I'll pull the other palette out that I've got. Or I might pull my Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana again because I absolutely adore that powder. Then we've got the Ofra highlighter in Moondance. Really, really like that. That one can go back. We've also got the Wet n Wild in Blossom Glow. Got quite a bit of a dent here. So that one can go back as well. Then we've got Cookie. Now I've had it in for 2 weeks. Really it should go back. But look at the dent here, guys, that I've made. I think what I'll do is I'll keep it in. But I'll pull other highlighters as well. And if I don't use it, then it can go back next week. And I want to keep this one in as well. Laura Geller in the shade Diamond Dust. This one is just so, so pretty. I showed it you last week. Quite easily wear this as an eyeshadow. It's got a white to purple shift. It's really, really pretty. I like to use it as a highlighter, but it could also be used. I like to use it as a highlighter, but it could also be used as a eyeshadow. I'm not going to go into this drawer here because it's all Project Pan, and that kind of slows the video down. And then this drawer here is just all like. There's some Project Pan in there. Actually, there's a powder that needs to go back. So we did use this number 7 powder quite a lot as well. So that one can go back, and I'll choose a different loose powder. Oh, sorry, I didn't tell you the shade. So it's a translucent Perfect Light loose powder. Really, really pretty. And then the rest is just... I've got this new mascara that I've just hauled, so we'll be using that this week. Then we've got my brow products, we've got some lip products here. We've got this Japanesque illuminator, which I used quite a bit last week. Not a lot comes out of it now though, so I might have to call it done, even though there's clearly some product. I'm having to kind of scrape the bottle, and I'll do that for as long as I can get some out, but... Like, the other day it wouldn't come out. Look, can you see? It's just not coming out. It's the pump. I might have to wash the pump out and see if we can sort that out. Then that's it, guys. So let's put all these in this little basket I've got here. And then I can choose some new products for the upcoming week once I put them away. Actually, it's not it. I thought it was fast. It was... The next is the eyeshadow palettes, and I've done my makeup today but I've not filmed it, which is highly unlike me, but I had 2 videos to do and I've also got chores to do, so I don't really have time to do a look on camera today. And and I hadn't done my sShopMyStash, so I couldn't use that makeup because I haven't picked it out yet. So let me just go and get the palettes we used last week. We'll talk about these Huda ones as well because I have used that. I have used so much, guys. Put my skeletons back up, which I'll show you in a second. We're going to go with what I used first. Oh, that basket needs to come away from that pumpkin. I'm not used to having candles burning. Pop these on the bed for a minute. Okay, so I use this palette first just because I was itching to use it, and obviously we're in fall now, so I wanted to use it before we got to fall. Absolutely love it, and so did you guys. I got so many compliments on this palette, so it's going away now, probably till next spring. So yeah, there is that one. So I'm going to put as many pictures of the looks that I've done as I've got. I did take pictures of almost everything. I've not took any pictures of today's look, but you can already see that on camera, so you don't really need to see it again. Then we use this one. Oh my gosh, guys, I've had such good luck with the palettes I've used this week. So this one was the Daydream palette by Colourpop Beauty. Now, it's just made me want to try more from Colourpop Beauty. Her formula is just absolutely amazing. Well, I've only tried one palette, but this palette, guys, is absolutely amazing. Favourite shade, without a doubt, is Reflection. Then I would say it's Letting Go, and then obviously Wild Eyes. I don't dislike Wild Eyes, but these shades, look. Even that one and that one would go so well together as kind of like a halo eye. But I didn't do that. I didn't do a look like that. Maybe next time. And then I'll swatch Wild Eyes for you. It is just so soft and creamy. So that's all three shimmers. And the mattes blend out like a dream as well. What I would say to you guys, if you see this and you've got access to Colourpop Beauty in your country, I would highly, highly recommend it. I think it's about $10 or $11. And it's worth that. I got this one for $5.99 from TK Maxx. If I see it in my local TK Maxx, I've said this before, I'll buy one and I'll run a giveaway, just so one of you guys can try it out. But yeah, it's absolutely stunning, guys. Highly, highly recommend it. In fact, if you want something from what I'm showing you now and you don't get anything, I would recommend the Colourpop Beauty over everything, even over the Tinkerbell palette, which we're going to go through in a second. And then I use the Making Mauves. So this won the vote last week, Colourpop Making Mauves, and I actually really, really enjoyed it. So that's what that one looks like. This actually went live on a premiere last night, and for the people that actually watched it, so there was Naomi, Renee, Debutant, and I think Karen watched it as well because she commented, and there was one other person who didn't comment. So whoever you are, thank you so much for taking the time to watch. But yeah, this is an absolutely beautiful colour story, and for the people that couldn't make the premiere, I didn't put it on Instagram or anything, but for the people that couldn't make it, I just appreciate you watching the video when you do have time. But yeah, this shade here is the nicest shade in the palette. It's called A La Mode, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's pink. Obviously it's a rosy pink shade, but it's got all these glitters running through it. It's so pretty. So that's it there. I have got a bit of gold left on it. Let's do another swatch. Maybe the glitters will show up. So it's just here. Just really, really pretty. That is definitely my favourite shade in the palette. This one is really pigmented as well. That's a Super Shock, and that is the most pigmented Super Shock in my entire palettes that I've got from Colourpop so far. And then this one is more of an inner corner highlight, but the mattes are absolutely gorgeous as well. Let me go and get a makeup eraser. Right, so I don't know how I managed it, but this should have been enough for the entire week. But I had like 3 days extra. Now, the sShopMyStash must have gone up really, really late. I know it did go up a little bit late for editing and things like that. But anyway, I decided to pull this Tinkerbell palette out. Just because I've used it before in the first impressions and I didn't really like it. But then I've used it now for 3 days, and the sShopMyStash is a little bit late going up just because I wanted to get my overall thoughts and do a little review for you guys, which you'll see on Wednesday, I think. Either Monday or Wednesday you'll see it. And I absolutely love it, guys. Absolutely love it. It's mainly the metallics in this palette that I love. So yeah, I mean, they're alright, these shades here, Second Star and Big Music, but I'm not a really lover of it. But it's when it comes to the metallics and these green mattes down here, oh my gosh, guys. This palette has stole my heart. It's the best palette I've tried since Limoncello, and Limoncello I thought was my favourite. Now I don't know whether it's this one or the Limoncello one. I was watching a video of Kaylin's, I can't remember her actual name on YouTube because I've only just started being subscribed to her, and she said that she always notices that when there's a Disney collaboration that Colourpop do better with their palettes. I've not really got a lot of Disney Colourpop collaborations because the Elsa one really put me off. I've obviously got the Lizzie McGuire and I didn't really rate that one that much either, but this one, guys, it's just so stinking pretty. It's really, really pretty. So, highly recommend that one. But if I had to choose, it would be Cara Beauty all the way, guys. It's just such a beautiful palette. And then with the Tinkerbell palette, I did actually purchase one of these. So this is Straight On Till Morning. So I did actually do a look with this gorgeous, gorgeous Super Shock. It's in the shade Straight On Till Morning, and I did that on day 3, look 3, and it just looks like that. It's really, really pretty, really like foiled. I'll do a couple of swatches. That's the shade there. So yeah, really, really like that. And then today, because I'd run out of eyeshadow to use, and I could have used one of those again, I decided to use these because I still don't know what my thoughts are on both these palettes. Well, I really like the Gemstones Obsessions, but it came all busted up. As you can see, it's really, really busted. There was only a few shades that didn't come busted, which are, I think, that one and that one. And I don't know if that one didn't come busted, but that's more like a Franken eyeshadow now. Anyway, today I used, I'll go into the Nude palette first. So I used this Cream Ivory shade all on the eyelid up into the brow, and then I used this shade here. It's like a pinky peachy toned, and then I used this more mauve toned eyeshadow just to deepen it out a little bit. And then I wanted to use some duochromes from this palette, so I went in with this one first because I thought that one might have been okay just to use by itself. Look how pretty that is, guys. But I didn't like it. I wanted a bit deeper, so I went in with this shade here. So that's that shade there. And then I kind of mix them together to get, I'll show you, to get that shade there. And then I put this in the inner corners as well. And I really, really like the look. Let me know what you think of the look that I'm wearing in this video. I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, I wanted to use these palettes today. And I'm going to carry on using them if I've got like an extra day where I've got an extra day. I'm going to use them just to get my thoughts on it, because I'll be ranking them soon. So yeah, that's them. They stay in the acrylic organiser, so we'll leave them there, but everything else is going back. I'm going to pop everything back now, and then we'll choose some new products for the upcoming week. Right, so we're hand holding it again, so let's have a look at primers. part of me really wants to use that one again. I love it, and there isn't that much left. I don't know whether to go with Glow Prime or Becca, because I really don't know how I feel about this. Let's try Becca again. Right, and I'm getting a new foundation tomorrow, but I also want to pull the Profusion Feel Good Skin Longwear Skin Perfector. It's absolutely beautiful, and I've had so many compliments off you guys when I've wore it, because it really is a skin perfector. And I think I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana again. Absolutely adore it. Try and get some more pan on that. Concealers, guys. Do you ever get blah vibes when you are trying to look at your concealers? I think it's because I don't have many. All I've got is the Maybelline Eraser, the brightening one. Then I've got this one from Poundland, which isn't great. It's not even my skin tone, so I probably use that as an eyeshadow base. Then I've got these two from ELF, which are okay. They're okay. That one works really, really well to brighten the under eye, and sometimes I mix them. So when I'm pulling them, I always pull both of them together. And then my Glossier one. So slim pickings, guys. I think I'm just going to pull both of these out. Definitely need to pick up some more concealers. Then we've got illuminators here. So which one's up next? Don't think I've used this one in a while. What's that one behind it? Right, so we'll use this Technique Strobe FX in Catching Rays. We'll go to bronzer next. So what have we got here? Right, so I think the choice is between this Natasha Denona one I've got in Bronze and Glow, or this Physicians Formula one I've got, and I'm really not sure which one to use. That's why it would be good to have you guys here. I think I'll pull the Natasha Denona one out. And then powders. So we need a pressed powder and a loose. Let's pull this. This is more of your finishing powder, but we'll use it as more like a pressed powder. I'm actually doing quite well with panning it. Come on, Andrea, sort yourself out. Right, so that's it there. So yeah, we'll focus on that again. And then loose powders. These are giving me blah vibes as well. What am I looking there for? They're pressed. So we've got the Revolution Peach. The Too Faced one is real. Let me get some more batteries. Sorry about that, guys. So I just changed the batteries. So I was saying, this Too Faced one is really, really pretty. But we've got the Revolution one. The Revolution one comes in a small part like this. So basically, I don't know whether to use the Revolution one, the Too Faced, or the collection one that I despised, but I'm trying to use it up, and it is good for the pore area. I don't want to be stuck with that for a week though. That's the only thing. Let's put that back and let's use the Too Faced one. We got there in the end. So I think that's everything. So if you're new here, this is what my drawers look like. Bronzers, powders, so loose powders, pressed powders, illuminators, foundations and primers, and then things that just don't fit in. So 2 big bronzers, and it's also got, oh actually 3 bronzers, and there's also a powder in that one as well. So that's this drawer. So let's move on to my bigger makeup collection now. Right, so while we're here, these are the 2 candles I picked up from Poundland. They were just £1 each. I thought they were cute, the pumpkin and the cold one, and I got those little lights as well. I thought they was really, really pretty, and they were £1 as well. And then I've got some other things over there. Actually, I'll just zoom in. So we've got the bow skeleton there, which I got last year. They've still got the prices on those 2 skeletons. I don't know why. I've had them years at this point, probably 2, maybe 3 years. And then the skull, unfortunately, it doesn't work, but I thought it was cute, so I'd keep it there. And then we've got my pumpkin there. That's all the decorations I've got. It's all the decorations that would fit. But I just wanted to make it a little bit kind of festive, if that's the right word, or Halloweeny. But yeah, let's go into my blush and highlight drawer. Right, so I'm definitely pulling this one out. I've just hauled it. So it's the Zoeva Visionary Light Blush, and it's a multi-use face powder. Now on Look Fantastic this retails at £20 and I got it for £3.99. It's in the shade Supreme, so we're pulling that. And I think we've got to pull some cream blushes, because that's where I'm going to start doing my ranking videos, I think. Right, which ones? I think I've used the majority. I want to use this one again. This Rimmel one, because I did only use it maybe once or twice. So we'll use that. And I feel like I want to use these ones as well from Barry M, because I got them a while ago and I've forgotten how they apply. So there's those. Shall I just pull one of them? No, we'll pull both of them. I was going to say, shall I pull one of them and pull the Flower Beauty one as well? But I know that I like this one. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I know where the others are going to rank. So probably next week, after I've used those, I'll probably do my ranking blusher videos. Now my powders are going to be kind of a little bit trickier to rank, I think. But yeah, that's that. Highlighters. What do I want to use? I've not used this one for a bit, and I was going to use that last week, so let's pull the XX Revolution out in the shade Reactive. So that's one. And I was in TK Maxx. Like I said, I've just done a haul. I was in TK Maxx and I was going to get the Becca Moonstone, but it is so similar to Mary Lou in my opinion, so I think I'm going to pull that one out. I don't know whether to just pull the 2 out and try and get as much use out of them as possible, but maybe I'll get bored of them. That's the only issue I've got. So I do my makeup every single day. That really should be in there with cream products. Don't think I want to use it. I don't know whether I want to pull a highlighter palette out then. Everything's giving me I'm fed up with you vibes. So I wouldn't mind using that blush, that Flower Beauty one. That's really, really pretty. Because we didn't pull a powder one, did we? I'm just wondering if I should pull anything else. Nothing from there, I don't think. Maybe pull this one, because I'm pulling some quite autumnal palettes out, and this is, you know, quite a bronzy blush. So we'll pull that, and I think that's it for this drawer anyway. So again, we've got cream blushers, we've got some highlighters here. It's like my overflow highlighter tray. The main highlighters are here, and then this big tray is powder blushes. Right, and then we've got some highlighters here, because I just don't know whether to pull a highlighter palette. I know we've got 2 there. Yeah, I think we should. Don't know whether to pull this one and decide whether I want this to be decluttered. Right, I think that's going. I mean, there's some nice shades in it, but it's not really calling me, and I think my niece would love that one. I think that's going to go when I do the declutter. It's like I don't know what I want. Maybe one of these Primark ones. Pure Glow's pretty nice. Yeah, let's pull this. I've been meaning to pull this for goodness knows how long. So we've got 6 highlighters there. So that's that. We'll pull some lipsticks while I'm here as well. So we'll pull the e.l.f. new gloss that I got. I'm not too sure whether I'll be keeping that. And I really want to choose some autumn lipsticks. So, Prime, Awaken, Classic. Triumph is quite autumnal. Choose that one. Rebirth is as well. I think I like Rebirth more. Yeah, let's choose Rebirth because I don't want to pull too much out. Long Life is super pretty from what I remember. Yeah, look at that. That's super pretty. We'll pull that as well. I don't know if we're going to stick to Drugstore this week. So there's 2. I think I'll pull this gingerbread one out. I did pull it out recently, but I never used it. So that's 3. And I don't think I'll pull anything out from there. No, nothing from there either. I think what I want to do is pull out a Charlotte Tilbury one. So let's go back here. Lost Cherry, no. Velvet Underground, no. Miranda May, no. It's going to be right at the back, isn't it? Glastonbury, this one. Because this is definitely very full. So yeah, we'll pull that one out. And I don't know whether to pull another one out for good measure. See what we've got. This one. I should pull, this one's really nice, but maybe for next week. I should pull at least one kind of nude shade, shouldn't I? Right, so I chose the last lipstick, which I'll show you in a little while. It's called Sellout from Too Faced. It's one of their melted mattes. So we're going to pick our Colourpop palette for the week, and it was a tie between Truly Madly Deeply and High Tides, but because I've done a lot of green looks on the channel, I think I'm going to pull Truly Madly Deeply, and we'll use that, or we'll use as many shades of it as possible. It does have... Oh, it only has 12 shades in it. It looks bigger. 4, 8... No, it's got 16. Oh, there's 4 glitters in it as well. Sorry, just ignore me. So we're using that. And then we're going to be using... Oh, it's not that dry. We're going to be using... Right, 4 older palettes, like I've been saying pretty much in every single video. We're going to be using 4 older palettes to do 4 days, 4 looks, 1 palette. The e.l.f. Retro Paradise is one of them. The Zoeva Caramel Melange is another. This one is so beautiful, and I've not used it in such a long time, so I just want to see if it's still okay to use. If not, I'll declutter it. This one is one of those ones that I don't know whether to declutter or not. I mean, it's such a lovely palette with such a lovely colour story. Now, I keep it mainly for Prickly Pear and Cactus because they're like duochromes, and I do really like this silver and this blue here, but everything else I could probably live without, so I want to use it one last time to create a look. It's kind of on the chopping block, so we're going to use that. And then the last one, I've not used it for a while and I want to use it again, so it's the Nikki Tutorials one. So those are the palettes. We've got 5 palettes to use this week, so I shouldn't run out, but if I do, I'll probably choose the High Tides. Let's just move these. So if I need something else to use, what I'll do is I'll just probably use these two here, because I've not used them yet, the Colourpop Wave Breaker, but I don't think I'm going to run out. So these are all my Super Shocks, and I put those two smaller palettes back there. And then here are some of my 9 pans. We've got the Grandeur one there I haven't used as well, I need to remember that. In fact, let's put this one in, because these are all the ones that I've used, and let's put the Grandeur one back here. I think there's about 8 palettes that I need to use, and then I've used them all. Oh crap, I hope that's not broken. And then I potentially could do least favourite to favourite Colourpop palettes, but this unit, guys, if you're interested, it's new. I got it from Primark. I do want to get another set. It's just so much better than the other drawers that I had here. They were like a diamond shape, and I didn't really like them. And then in the second drawer down, we've got the Wave Breakers, all my Super Shocks, and then those 2 palettes there. It's really, really handy. So yeah, I definitely want to get another one of these units if they've got them next time I go in to town. But Primark's so hit and miss, isn't it? So we'll just have to see. But yeah, this is all my Colourpop collection, so I like to keep it all in one place. But yeah, I definitely need another set of drawers for when I get more Colourpop. I'm not planning on getting anything for a while, I don't think. I was gonna look at getting the Hocus Pocus. I keep going back and forth, and I know the original palette isn't on the Colourpop website, but there's third party places you can get it from, like Depop. I was speaking with a seller yesterday, and she wants £27 a palette, guys. So you know, she said, what is it you're actually looking for? And I said, well, I'm looking for the original Hocus Pocus palette, plus the new Hocus Pocus palette, plus that little mirror. And she wants £17 for that mirror alone. Can you believe it? I mean, does that sound reasonable to you, or is it just me being a bit of a tightwad? The original Hocus Pocus I might get. At a push, I might get it, and I don't know if I would pay the £27. I want to see what Beauty Boxes by Tammy does. I'm sure she will get the collection, so I'm going to see if she gets it in and how much it is on her site. If you haven't checked Beauty Boxes by Tammy out, she is quite reasonable. I mean, obviously she does charge extra, because she's obviously sourcing it, but she's quite reasonable. I would go and check her out before you check Depop out, if you live in the UK, that is. I don't think she ships internationally. But yeah, let's go and put everything away now. Right, there's a lot to put away, guys. So let's start, because I'm already running late for my mum's. It's currently Sunday, and you know what that means, Sunday dinner time. We need to get the base drawer down. Blushes. I think we'll mainly be using cream blush, but we'll see. So I'm just going to leave that in the packaging. What I don't use, I'll put in the following week. I think I'll take the Zoeva one out of the packaging though. It's quite bulky. So that's that. I did show it to you, I think, but yeah, that's it. I mean, how pretty is it? I might even keep it in for an extra week, and the following week try it as blush and eyeshadow, because it is a multi-purpose powder. So that's that. Highlighters. Oh yeah, and then there's the Pure Glow palette. Right, so the Too Faced powder never fits in those drawers, so this drawer is deeper down at the bottom, so I tend to put it there. I'm a bit late as well in doing my project pan update. It's the 26th today and it should have been done today. I might not do it for another week. Right, so we've got lipsticks there. I'll show you the shades, guys, but I'm not going to swatch them because I'm in a rush. So we've got the W7 Gingerbread lipstick. It's a really, really pretty autumnal shade, so that's that one. Then we've got Long Life, which I showed you earlier. You're going to see all these on my lips anyway, because obviously I'm going to be doing videos with them. So it's pointless doing swatches. And then we've got the Too Faced Melted Matte in Sellout. I really love that one. We've also got Glastonbury. Now this one isn't a favourite, I've got to admit, but I do need to use it more. And this is the perfect time to use it. And then we've got Rebirth. And then we've got a gloss which needs to come out of the packaging. So it's the e.l.f. Dream On Lip Gloss in the shade Moment. Like I said, if I don't like it, I'll pass it on to my niece, but that's what it looks like. So now I need to take some lipsticks out of the holder. So we're going to take Patina out, because I used that last week. We're going to take the e.l.f. one out. For now, it's staying in. I used that last week as well and I really liked how it looked. I don't think I used this Rosy for Autograph one, so I think I'll keep that one in. And it is a nice, just neutral pink, so keep that one in. We'll put this NYX Lingerie in Exotic back, because I did use that last week as well. I've got this on today, but that one always stays in the holder, so I'm not going to put that anywhere. And I think that's it. Will all these lipsticks fit in? Just going to check, and then I'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll put the palettes away. Maybe just... Right, I'll show you the lipsticks at the end. Because we need to put palettes away now, so let me just go and grab those. Right, so we've got the Colourpop Truly Madly Deeply. Thank you for voting, guys. And that's what she looks like. So it's pretty autumnal, isn't it? So all these palettes are autumnal. I want to use this glitter here. So that glitter is called Indio. I don't think I'll be using Hungry Ghost. I already know what that looks like because obviously it's in the Baby Got Peach. But yeah, we're going to try and use pretty much as many eyeshadows as we can. I think we'll be doing 4 days 4 looks with this, and maybe doing, well, we're doing 4 days 4 looks with that as well. Actually no, it'll be 3 days 3 looks, because I want to use one of these palettes for the Get Ready With Me tomorrow. But yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful palette, so that's that one. And then I'll just go through these very quickly again. We've got the Caramel Melange, which is really autumnal. This one is as well. It leans autumn and it leans summer as well. We're going to stay away from the summer shades. I'm either going to be using Rise and Shine or Paraiso, and then we're going to kind of mix it up with the warmer tones, I think. So that's that one. Let me know which one you'd like to see when I do it first, because this video is going to go up before the 3 days 3 looks one palette. Or you could even let me know which one you would like to see in the Get Ready With Me, because it's going to be one of these palettes. And then we've got the Nikki Tutorials palette here. Absolutely stunning. That shade there, that shade there, and that shade there are my favourites. Absolutely stunning, and I really like this shade here as well. So I don't really know which way I'm going to go with that palette. And then this one's on the chopping block. So this one is the Desert Oasis palette. My friend Naomi, Beauty Dreams by Naomi, I think she really likes this palette, but for me, you know, it hasn't quite worked. It's strange that, isn't it, how some people like palettes more than others, but yeah, we're going to be using it nonetheless and deciding on whether I want to keep or pass it on. Let's go and put these away now. Okay guys, so I've figured it out. So we've got the Truly Madly Deeply at the front there, the Retro Paradise by Elf at the back, the Zoeva Caramel Melange there, and the bigger two palettes just to the side here. I want to put all my Halloween decorations back up, and then that's going there. So this is the entire makeup for this week. Let's open the drawers. Then this is Project Pan, and then these are like all my brow products and things. So I'll be using this foundation, I think, with the Get Ready With Me, and then there's a Charlotte Tilbury product in as well that I also want to use just to get them out of the way. There's only so much of these foundations I can use. Obviously Cashew, and then maybe Latte at a push, but I'm not too sure about it. It might be too deep, but yeah, I've got that to use, and then we've got a new mascara to use as well. The rest I just use it whenever I feel like, but yeah, there's a lot in here. So guys, this concludes the video. Thank you so much for watching today. I really do appreciate your time and support on the channel. It means the absolute world to me. Please like, share, comment, and if you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. I'm currently working on a giveaway that's going to go up in the next few weeks, and I would love for you to take part, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.